Hey, 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 you guys. Yes, 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 yes. We made it back in here another Thursday, and this is our farewell show for now. We are going to go on a little bit of a hiatus. We're relocating our dear, dear Tony. Oh my God. He's moving on and upwards. This is not a setback. This is a setup for something great and special for all of us. But we're going to miss Tony at this UBN Go studio. I love this studio, Tony. I don't know what I'm going to do to replace this, but we wanted to, take you guys back all the way to the beginning to where we came from. Um, from Drip to Mike to the CEO Aziz, the pulmonologist, and his dear wife Deirdre Robinson. We just want to celebrate some of the times that we've had on the show 2020 Vision. We've been running for 5 years, Tony.
5 years.
Yes. So turn up for 2020 Vision, baby. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. And I'm not flying solo. I have my bonus daughter here with me, Miss the very talented, the very smart and beautiful Miss Jacora LeGrant. Y'all give it up for her. Yeah, she's in college now. We're gonna get into her business a little bit and talk all about it with her. But first of all, you guys know how I like to do. I like to give my shout outs first. First of all, I want to dedicate this show to my son in loving memory of Joshua Rahman Bruce, and just want to dedicate this show to him and show as much love as we possibly can. I think I have a little video homage to him, so show that for me right quick, Tony.
Steve Battle, nigga, huh? I'm popping tags, I'm getting dough. A buck 20 for a zip, that ain't shit, bro. Bankroll, everything running. Real life hitters, me and my niggas. A pound of perm, I smoked a pound of perm. I'm smoking hella kush, do it till my chest hurts. Spent 150. I'm so TTG, that train to go, shawty. I got a 12 shawty, finna catch a body. All my bros are certified, they won't show nobody. I'm screaming thug life and kill Illuminati. I knew my art was precious, I came up from a freshman. Gather groups of lookalikes, kill them off in sections. Keep a beat.
Yes, yes, and yes. Shout out to you, Steezy NASA. I know you want to shout out to your nephew, Aziz. Go on and shout him out. I know you're over there busting at the seams.
Yeah, definitely just got to give a shout out to my nephew, man. Love you, nephew, man. Rest in heaven, my brother.
Yeah.
We'll see you when we get there. Love you, man. Love you. Oh, and that shit just went fire. Matter of fact, I mean, he was talking about Blaze up, so I got to Blaze up.
For sure. And Auntie Deidre, I know you want to shout them out right quick. What say you, darling?
All I can think of is gotta keep going. We ain't finished. Much love.
Yep. Doing it in the name. In his name, in Yeshua's name. Also, I want to shout out his brother, my middle son, DeAndre, but he goes by the name of YP Dreski. They put out a mixtape on his birthday. Joshua's birthday was April 21st. So right after he passed, we honored him by putting out their mixtape called Play a Shit. It is a homage to their father, which he passed in 1997. And when he was alive, he used to always walk around like, yeah, we about to do some player shit. We on some player shit. So they created this mixtape called Player Shit. So homage to the original Joshua Bruce, the father. But we have a little something for that. Shout out to you, YP Dreski, and show a little something for that, Tony.
You know it's bragging all night. Oh damn. With the low, shawty came in with the low, with that low. Yeah. Do it
few laps around the bitty in a Benzo. We was hopping up, popping, pippin' in that Kenzo. Mixtapes jumping out the trunk like Nipto. All black Batmobile, no rental. All white bitch got the tricks going mental. I just wrap my wrist in VVS, I got a brick on. I'ma let the bitch hit the cup just a sip though. Big loaf.
Yes. Play a shit on all platforms. If you don't know, now you know, you know. So y'all go out and cop that. Go out and get that. Stream it, stream it, stream it. Keep the music alive as, my son's energy permeates through the universe. You are never forgotten, always here. I found a message from him, a voice message from him a couple of days ago. And he had left it in 2021. And I was just going through something at that time. But the message said, hey, Mom, it's Josh. We all worried about you. Can you call one of us back? And that, he left that message because at that time I was going through something. But I heard the message here in 2025 a couple of days ago, and it resonates right now. So I took it immediately that he was speaking about himself and all of the ancestors that are there with him. We have a lot of family there with him, to include my mother, my brothers, my sister, his side of the family. His father is there, his aunts, his great grandmother, his grandmother. They're all there, as well as I took it as, check in with God too, And so that message was much needed. And I just wanted to tell you, Yahshua, that is well received. Tony, play a TikTok video so we can get off this subject real quick.
How you doing today, Dr. Love? I just came here to tell you guys that a woman treats you how she wants to be treated first, and then she treats you how you treat her. Now look at your dumb ass. You ain't think more than one can play that game, the little dumbass game you've been playing. Now you crossing your little ass up. Crossing your little ass up. Yeah. Play this twice.
These are just conversation starters. These are just conversation starters so we can get into some things. I'm going to start with you, Teedra. You hear that? You hear that message?
Like you said, we go by what you give us, and then we turn around and show you what we want.
Right.
Bottom line.
Bottom line.
There's nothing more you can say.
Now, Aziz, don't think you're gonna get teamed up on because there's more women here. I'm gonna let you chime in. But first, I want to hear from Ms. Jakora because she definitely represents the younger generation. She's in college. She's a very intelligent woman already, and so I wanna hear her take on it because she's very insightful. What did you think about that message?
It's definitely truthful. I can say that much. I feel like there's nothing much to add on to it, really.
It is what it is.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he said it, bottom line, that's what it was.
Have you had that experience I know you've only just kind of began your dating life, but have you had that experience yet to where you were, treating a man, like you wanted to be treated, and then you had to, switch things up on him because he wasn't receiving it in the right way? Have you had that experience yet?
Nope.
Not yet. Okay, good for you. She's not tainted at all. Good for her. What say you, Aziz? I know you busting out the seams on that one.
Well, I think I agree. That's first and foremost. I do agree. But when I look at it from a woman's perspective, I do agree. However, I think that depends on where the man is at a point in his life, right? I was going to blame it on maturity, but I can't really do that. I'm just going to say where he is, right? I don't think it matters, what you do. Where he's at, here and here, that's what he's going to do, right? I would even go a step further and say that works both ways, right?
Okay.
And men are the same way depending on where they are, right? So if I'm somewhere where I'm with the shit then I can accept the shit.
Okay.
Right? Because okay, I'm with the shit too.
Right.
But if I'm somewhere where I'm like, no, let's do this. Let's lock up and push this thing forward. See where we can go with this thing. But she with the shit, then that's gonna. I don't want to have them come down to her level, but I don't even know if I'm gonna waste my time with doing that shit because that's just not where I'm at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't change me. I'm gonna be where I'm at in life,
Come on.
period, mentally and emotionally,
Yeah.
and spiritually. Right. So you're not gonna knock me off my space. So I'm just gonna get rid of the waste.
Right.
Fuck 'em.
Right.
So you can have it. I ain't mad at you for being there, but that's not where I'm at. I'm not even judging you for being there. Who am I? I've done some fucked up shit, so I can't judge you. It's just that I'm not there.
And so, you know, you don't even entertain it. You won't even play the game.
Right? Yeah, because now I'm allowing you to put me down to where you are.
Oh, that's right. I concur with that. And I think he was saying that, you know, at first we start out, you know, treating you the way we would like to be treated until you show us different. But you're saying that you're not that differential. You're going to come with your whole heart, if you know, at this point in your life.
If I'm there,
if
I'm there,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm there, that's so. It goes back to my original answer in the beginning. Is it depends on where that man is here and there in his heart and in his mind, right? Because if he's with the shit, you know, like motherfuckers come into it. Like I've been guilty. I done came into relationships with the shit, like. You know what I'm saying? It could have been from like prejudging, like this female ain't finna be shit. So
right.
Ain't finna be shit.
Okay.
Then that, you know what I mean? Or it could have just been where I was in life. Like I didn't really want to settle down, but I'm gonna fuck with little mama because I like what she brings to the table. Okay. Right? But I ain't really ready to settle down. So so if she come in treating me like, you know, like she, you know, with wholeheartedly like that, but I'm, you know, with the shit, then I'm expecting her to come down to that level. Right. So when she does do it, maybe, you know, like I hear a lot of shit on like I see a lot of shit on like, social media where they say men be having heart attacks when they find out they women be doing the same shit. That's not always fucking true. Okay. Because they already on that level.
Okay. Meaning you say the woman was already on the level?
No, the nigga.
Oh, okay, like, okay.
Like, you know, like that's not always true. Like, you know how they always say, oh, nigga be having a heart attack, asthma attacks when they find out.
I mean, I done seen it in person. Yeah.
You know, like case in point, Offset
and Cardi B. Yes.
You know, it's not necessarily true that Offset somewhere crashing out having a motherfucker.
Well, I'm
saying as an example.
Okay. Because I was gonna say he crashing out.
But what I'm saying is, if you know what I'm saying, the nigga may not necessarily be like, oh my God, I'm so shocked that she's doing the same shit that I'm doing. It ain't always like that, right? Sometimes it's like, damn, bitch got me back, right? If we just keep it in the buck, right? Sometimes it's like, she got me back. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw somewhere a woman say, okay, you got yours off, I got mine off. Like, nigga, what you want to do? You want to keep on doing this shit, or you ready to straighten up?
And I feel like those could be the best conversations in the world. You know, when someone waves the white flag, you know, and says, okay, enough is enough.
Right.
Because
and that could be healthy and productive. Now, nigga, you know.
Right.
Like,
now, you
know,
nigga,
I'll throw this thing too.
Exactly.
Step out there, I throw the niggas want to hit this too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So.
And let me ask you this while you're on that subject. And maybe this has never crossed your mind because obviously you're probably more enlightened than the average man. But and I know you can't speak for all men, but at some point in your life, what is that? When do you guys actually think that, you know, the woman that you've chosen, ain't other men or ain't checking for her? You know what I mean? She ain't got options either, or as many?
Good fucking question.
Yeah.
At a point in life,
okay,
that would have shocked me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That would have shocked me.
Why is what I'm asking. Why is that?
Because we're thinking at that point, we're mostly thinking with our dicks, right? So we're not, you know, we're so focused on, like, okay, I'm gonna tell you who said it best. And you're about to remember. It's gonna go. It's old back. But Eddie Murphy said it.
Yeah. What have you done for me lately?
Eddie Murphy said it motherfucking best. Keep fucking around. You keep fucking around.
Yeah.
And you think that your little sweet angel ain't gonna, you know, do nothing. All of a sudden, the girls' trip come up, and you so worried about what Joe Penis gonna do that you like, oh, okay, she finna be gone. How much can I get while she gone? Not knowing she finna go somewhere and get her motherfucking bottom knocked.
Right. You know
what I'm saying?
What the beautiful girl doing alone on the island?
Right, exactly. So at a point in life, I was that ignorant.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now I don't.
Now is it because you guys think that is it when you guys are that ignorant, is it because you think that no one's checking for her, or you're thinking she's not checking for anybody?
Arrogance. I think it's kind of an arrogance. You know, in my case, I can't speak for all men. In my case, it was kind of an arrogance.
Oh,
and
like
it was
you
kind
was
of like a
you
selfish
shit. Okay.
Selfish. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yeah, it was the arrogance, like, you know, like, shit, what? Shit, me? Shit, step out on me? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, like, why me? Why me? You know what I'm saying? It was a little bit of that. And a little bit of misjudging. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, you forget niggas see what you saw.
That's right. Yeah. So we can talk about this part all day, but let me see what else we got on the board. First of all, who sent that in, Tony?
That is Tree Thomas X.
Tree Thomas X. Shout out to you for the knowledge, dropping the jewels on us. Mostly the men. Shout out for you know, checking on your brothers. What we got next, Tony?
All right, here we go.
Warning to many of you men of God, because God is tired of his daughters hurting. Many of you men are praying and asking God for a Proverbs 31 woman and a wife. And God is sending you that woman. But because you want a hoe and a freak in the bedroom, you keep going for the counterfeits. God is getting tired of that. He said, don't ask him for a wife, and then he prepares the woman of God for you and sends her to you, and you reject her. Stop it. Because many of you men are going to be salty. That same woman that you rejected, she will not come back to you. God will not send her. You're going to get the one down. You ain't going to get that Proverbs 31 one. You're going to get the one down. And matter of fact, you're going to get that counterfeit that you love. And God going to let you stay with that. Man of God, don't ask God for a wife and a Proverbs 31 woman, and you want Jezebel. And you want Delilah. Men of God, God said he about to start whooping a lot of y'all men's butts, because a lot of his daughters are going through hell and high water, because y'all as Adam are not taking your position and claiming your wife. Eve is under attack, and y'all better start moving.
She was passionate.
She sounded pissed.
Yeah, she could have kept going for like another 10 minutes. I already know. She was passionate about that thing. What'd you say? What happened?
I was saying she sounded pissed.
Like, stop playing with God.
Stop playing with her. She was pissed.
Yeah, I think we all been there. Except you.
Oh no,
it's still beautiful and sunshine and roses, and
it's gonna stay like that. I don't like men.
That's probably the best way to make it stay that way. I'm not gonna go too much into that. Who sent that in, Tony?
A post lev.
Who?
APOSTLEV. A post lev.
A post love. Shout out to you, girlfriend. Thanks for the information. And you're right. You know, I concur. All right, what we got next, Tony?
If you're looking for a spiritually intelligent person, you gotta be willing to take what comes with that. I mean, there's a lot of spiritual people, but a lot of them are not intelligent. They're irresponsible with their spirituality. So I believe that if you actually want a spiritually intelligent person who has emotional intelligence, those are the kind of people who value their peace, who value their space, who, if it's not actually right, will voice their opinion. They won't let time go by and let the relationship just carry on and on and on. Most people aren't ready for a person like that.
Yeah. I like that one. You know, spiritual people, we tend to value our peace. And if you're not ready for one of us, don't step into our lives. You know, you think that you can do the same tricks and things and get over. But when you're one of these people that's tapped in, and when you're dealing with one of these people that's tapped in, we're constantly hearing all the time. We're in the ethers. We're in the different dimensions. We're always hearing. We're always hearing beyond you know, things that are obvious that everyone hears. You know, we even hear sounds. We even hear frequencies every now and again that no one else hears. So we're always tuned in. So to try to play with us and play on our top, that's you know, that's an oxymoron, if you will. Anybody want to jump in on that? No?
Well, sometimes it's not just always about we tapped in. Sometimes we can be so tapped in that person don't reach our vibrations. And here we are in this other level of outer limits or upper level or upper room, and they still down here and they not on our spiritual level. So it's sometimes it could just be we just not in the same place. We're not in the same time. We're not on the same level. We just need to just grow up and move on. And sometimes we try to wait for them to grow up with us, and it's just not going to ever happen.
I agree with that one. Trying to pull somebody up to your level. A lot of times when you interact with people that are not on the same frequency as you, and say if your frequency is higher, or you're vibrating at a higher level, 9 times out of 10, if you hang around that person too long, they're going to try to bring you down to their level, which that's what creates a major toxicity. Yeah. You want to jump in on that?
You can't be friends with people who are below you. You
Wow.
can't do it. You can't do it. I've learned that in college. You can't do it.
Yeah.
It will bring you down. It's bad.
Yeah.
Can't date down either. Don't do that, because then you'll end up resenting yourself for even trying to settle,
Yes.
if you will. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can't even say you should go for someone above you, because then you got to just go with someone on your level. Mm-hmm. And if you want someone above you, get to their level before you even think about it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. A lot of people like to marry up, they like to marry higher, or we've even heard in even education settings as well as business settings, surround yourself with people that are smarter than you, that are on a different level than you, so that you can learn. Because if you find that in most rooms you're the smartest one in the room, then you're in the wrong room. You have to be able to grow and elevate. I see that it sounds like looks like you want to deal with that, Aziz. What say you?
Well, I just noticed one thing she kind of touched on that I really caught, and that I've experienced before, and it's so fucking frustrating, is when a motherfucker has the frequency, but they constantly misread. Constantly misread. I think it's the enlightenment, the intelligence, the spiritual intelligence that they're talking about as well.
Needs to accompany it.
Yeah, and I've been with the person who has the awakening, who has the gift, who has the frequency, who has the power, who has the water to come out of their mouth, but they just read the way that it's given to them, right? And it's like you look at them, and it's like you fucking almost there, right? You know what I'm saying? And then over and over again, they just constantly misread the shit, and so that's something that I find very, very frustrating. So I've been there before, so that's what I thought, and that's what stood out to me. Yeah,
and I feel like with that, it just takes for a person to be more patient with themselves so that they can receive all the information. So you hear something, like for me, I can be very impulsive once I hear something from spirit. And I've been on this, I call it a spiritual boot camp training ground, to where I want to be quickened by the spirit, meaning as soon as I hear it, because God, when God comes in, it's not loud, it's not forceful, it's subtle, it comes in like a suggestion, so it makes you feel like, well, I can take it or leave it. 9 times out of 10, if you leave it, then you're doing the wrong thing. You're going down the wrong road. So for me, I would like to be able to hear it the first time. Like I don't want God to got to tell me twice. And it could be anything, like turn left. I'm like, I usually go right there, but I just said turn left. You don't think I know better? I got the bird's eye view. So every time I hear turn left, even if it's the smallest whisper, I want to be so quickened by the spirit that I just automatically do it. Because every time I've done immediately what it is that I'm hearing God tell me to do, or suggest that I do, because it comes through as suggestions, let's be real, I win. But when I don't, it either it takes me longer to get there, or I have major setbacks for not listening. So I think it comes down to being very patient with yourself and listening the first time, so that you can get it right. So that's what I would say. We got another one real quick. Okay, get through this.
Okay, here we go.
See, now y'all be tripping. Nah, y'all motherfuckers be tripping all the time. All the time. Y'all always got something to say. Always got something to say. I'm tired of y'all. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
Oh my God. So my bonus daughter made me put that one. I wasn't going to do it. It was so silly.
Stupid.
Oh my God, this code is crazy.
That was funny as hell.
Oh my God, look. Don't tell me everybody is sitting here haven't had those moments. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, that's funny as hell. Yeah.
Fuck y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh man, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. It is my honor and absolute pleasure to have the CEO of Drip the Mic here with us, Aziz, the pulmonologist, the man who started it all. I tell the story quite often, but just for a reminder, he had a network, and it was a 7-day. He had 7 days worth of shows, and he needed or wanted someone to host his Sunday show. And so he called me up, and immediately I thought I wasn't going to be able to do it because I didn't think I would have the time. But then it was like, go hard or go home. And I said, okay, let's do it. And I told him I wanted to be in studio within 30 days. I gave Tony a call. He had my good friends, Rare Grooves. He was, started with Rare Grooves, and they were here. And they were like, I was like, oh, yeah, I had an interview there before. Let me call up Tony. And I came in. Tony was like, yeah, I can do everything that you're asking for and more. In 30 days, March the 1st of 2020, we started 2020 Vision in studio. It started out with spoken word, being at the helm of his network, and we took it into all things entertainment. And here we are with the originator, the founder, Aziz, the pulmonologist. Welcome. And we also have his lovely wife. She goes by the stage name of Subliminal. You guys will hear me call her Deidre because she's my sis, and that's what's on my mind. But she goes by the stage name of Subliminal. She's been holding him down to his front and his back and his side. She has been riding with him. Even before they became a couple, she was his voice of reason, and she's held him up many times. And to this moment, y'all give a shout out to Subliminal, Deidre Robinson. So we're going to talk about how this thing began a little bit. Then we're going to get into some spoken word because we can't leave y'all waiting. I know that's what y'all want to hear. I know that's what y'all came for. But before I do that, I want to reintroduce my bonus daughter, the very intelligent, the very beautiful Jacora LeGrant. She's one of my faves. All right, you guys. Well, I want to go get real quick. We don't have a lot of time, but I want to get everything in. So, Aziz, could you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to start your network called Drip the Mic, full of poets?
Well, so first of all, I'll make this quick as well. So people who are listening, first of all, Amira, she's been a little bit modest. All that did happen, but she took this shit somewhere that myself or my wife never even met. Right? So I have to give her props on that. I mean, some of the people that we've been blessed to have on this network is just have like blown me out the water. I mean, we've had some of the almost like surprise celebrity guests. I mean, she's been able to really take this thing, and she took it somewhere that, we didn't even have in mind, right? And so we looked at this as, like she said, it started out as just diehard straight poetry. As y'all both know, I've been doing poetry most of my life, right? And that's just been a thing that I've always when any situation, I just always gravitated to it. That's what got me out. That's what got me through, right? It was a hobby, right? Got to perform and got blessed to get a few gigs, blah, 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 that happened. So anyway, me and my wife, we would go to different radio networks and put our talents there. And one day we decided, like, why don't we do one, right? Why don't we do one? She was like, well, give me the game. Let me, what do we need to do? So we talked about it and came up with the name. came up with it, and it ended up blowing up. Even we planned on having one show a week, I think, but it just wasn't sustainable, right? People wanted more, right? And so next thing I know, we have all the weeks tied up, and somebody wanted Sunday. A few people wanted Sunday, but I was like, hey sis, now I know first time we talked about this, you was talking about how you really didn't have time, but listen, I got one day left. And that's Sunday. What you think about it? She was like, like she told the story. She's like, fuck it, let's get it. She jumped on it and she took this shit to a whole nother motherfucking scale. And so I've been proud of you for that. I thank you for some of the opportunities that you blessed me with, some of the people you allowed me to rub elbows with. So, and it's just been a blessing watching you grow and watching you do your thing. So that's just truly been a blessing. So
thank you. And shout out to you as well. Thank you for having the idea, having the foresight, Can you hear Subliminal?
And she can't hear.
Okay.
Why don't you hold on, let me you want to try to go out and come back in? Can you hear me? Hold on.
Okay, while we get doing that, we'll talk to Jacora and then we'll come back and talk to Subliminal. Okay. All right. So again, you guys, we have my bonus daughter here with me, Jacora LeGrand. First of all, shout out your college, shout out your school.
GSU.
Hey, GSU, Georgia State University. Look at me. What is that? Just like, because Megan Thee Stallion performed there like right before you started school, right? Yeah.
And then Sexy Red came while I was there.
Oh, how was that?
She came late. She late to every performance she do.
Okay.
It's okay.
How was the performance?
It was alright.
Was it too ratchet or was it like just ratchet enough?
I'm not really a Sexy Red person.
Okay.
It was fun to go to. It was fun.
Okay.
I was in the pit. It was fun.
Oh, you was in the pit?
I was in the pit.
Was you turning up?
Yeah.
for what your little turning up is. You just shimmied your shoulders. That was about it.
Oh no! I didn't do that. We're not gonna talk about what I did.
So, what are you taking? What are you studying?
Computer science, but I might change that to computer engineering. I don't know yet.
Yes. Now, I thought it was a doctor somewhere in your wheelhouse. What's going on with that?
I wanted to do that, but then I realized I need to make some money.
Come on.
To get out of the United States.
Oh.
I don't want to stay here. But anyway, I had to make some money in the meantime.
Okay.
Before I decide to go be a doctor or something.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Where you want to go? I mean, out of when you say you want to go out of the country, where do you want to live?
I haven't decided. Anywhere with free healthcare.
Okay. Yeah. Say that.
Yeah.
You got a little activism in you, huh?
If you could call that activism, I just call it having standards,
Yeah, because you're like I said, you tend to take the righteous road. I can see you fighting for anything that's righteous. That's what an activist is. They put their money where their mouth is, so to speak. They don't just talk about it, they be about it. They do something about it, because it's the way they make their own choices. So they want a world around them that, reflects the things that they would choose, and especially if it's righteous. Yeah. So that's why I say a little activist in you. So how are you doing in school? How you're finding it?
Well, school is great. Don't get me wrong. I've never had a problem with school ever.
Okay.
And then it's not like I can fail, because if I do, I lose some of my grants.
Right.
Need to keep up a certain GPA.
Right.
3.5 to keep my grants.
So you just said 3.5.
I gotta stay above a 3.5.
Okay, dear. So that's what you're doing.
Basically. Yeah,
okay.
I can't go under that. So to keep my grants and my money and stuff, I have to stay up. So I've been up. I'm doing great. I'm obviously still going.
Yeah.
So. But no, I actually love college.
Yes.
I really do. More freedom.
And you're in your second
year, yep.
Yeah.
I love it so much I started taking summer classes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's online, so.
Okay.
Just to get some credits out of the way.
All right, so you plan on coming out of that thing early.
That's what I want to do. I don't know if I want to. I may want to get my full 4 years because, I get my benefits. So I get paid to go to school. So I'd rather try to keep that 4 years going.
Yeah.
But still, I know I'll be more than qualified to graduate.
Yeah. Good for you. You. And so did you, so far, have you found love in your?
Yeah. I'll say yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Good.
say yeah.
Good for you. Good for you.
But then again, the male species is so.
Oh my God! You can't say love in one sentence with a smile on your face and then go into the male. Huh? Well, you know what? Basically, the way you think is the way my brothers raised me. Like even though they're men, they were like men bad. Huh?
They're wishy-washy. I can say I'm in love one day and then they'll do something. Oh, I hate them.
That might be you wishy-washy then if you said.
You know what? Huh? Maybe it is me wishy-washy.
Okay.
You know what? At least I can admit it.
Okay, good. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here on the panel today. We're going to have a good time. Did we get Subliminal straight?
I think she's going to try to come back in.
Okay.
It out. If not, then she'll just come in here with me.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get into some of this poetry. I wanted to see if you can do a piece for me and show the people. We actually have a show coming up June the 19th at the Kookaburra. I can't say that word to save my life, but it's the bird. Kookaburra sit on the autumn tree. Isn't it a song, Tony? Is that a thing? Okay. So yeah, it's there in smack dab in the middle of Hollywood swinging in Ovation, and we are doing spoken word and the blues. So we are featuring my brother Aziz, the pulmonologist, and some other. He is the headliner, and then some other phenomenal poets as well, to include Subliminal, Emmanuel Matthews, as well as what's your boy's name? I'm sorry. What's his name?
Anthony Arnold.
Anthony Arnold. And then on the blues side of the house, we got the phenomenal Romelville. He is phenomenal. He's on tour right now with John B. He was going to pop his head in here, but he actually had to do a podcast with John B. But we're going to have him to ourselves on June the 19th. Juneteenth, baby, we bringing in the celebration of Black history and our history spreading through the South during the 10th. The teens in June. That's where Juneteenth comes from. Obviously, everyone knows the story. So we're bringing it in with some original music where everything started from rhythm and blues, spoken word turning into the blues, and we gonna give it to y'all. I know everybody's seen Sinners by now. Oh no, it ain't gonna have nothing on what we about to do. June 19th, baby, it is going down. So we gonna give you guys just a little taste. I don't want him to do too much. You know, I had to warn him, like, don't come over here trying to get a whole show up. So
I'm not even doing that for my playlist.
Okay, so if you would bless us with a piece, it'd be wonderful.
Sure. I self-denied. I was defined by a fenced-in thought process and confined by the lack of preservatory fitness. Thinking limited became the litmus as the four corners of my thinking neglected and never reflected positive interests. Dreams stacked like Voltron, guided by Islam and the Quran. I tried to fit my destiny into a box, but that destiny required an octagon. Street-educated fingers acts as petroleum that fueled my verbal altitude. Like sutures, printed pages became the lyrical clinic that sold these bitten lips on this alpha dude. Then fine-tuned like rinse and repeat, refined my scribe and bench press metaphors and hyperboles until my tongue learned to flex these lyrical obliques. I use no code in my dialogue. Even my rough drafts are smoothed out as if Langston Hughes himself filed it down and then sanded. So if it's hard to decipher, that means it works the way I planned it. E40 taught me never adjust my flow so some goofy could understand it. Finally undefined by prison time, gangbanging, and selling drugs, I was a victim of misinterpreted scripture infecting my blood. My plasma is pure as a full breed. My DNA can never be watered down. So when these thoughts come around, you can hear my heartbeat and see my heartbeat through my words. I'm a lyrical ultrasound. I got that soul brother rhythm. It's that black pick with the black fist, that Saturday morning cleaning, floor model record player, amplifying Al Green like it's just ventriloquist. I was once as undependable as a submarine controlled by an Xbox joystick. Now people trust my shit like no rubber on the dick back in the 80s before HIV hit. Motherfucker, we was kidnapped and whipped, reduced to nannies, house niggas, and cotton pickers. No matter Who gets triggered? I owe my ancestors, so I'm gonna keep raising the bar like I'm eating a Snickers. I snicker like I'm tipsy off liquor at the image in the mirror and how I used to couldn't be told shit. It was fuck the police, a little bit of gold in a page on my hip, snarl lip, pistol grip, chopping bricks, but it left my community unequipped to uplift. I contributed to this, so to fix, I made a switch, and I, with clenched fist, I beat those demons back like Django did when he got his hands on that whip. The D is silent. White comfort wants to silence our history, teach that slavery was a benefit, but to people who look like me, that benefit is a mystery. Islam taught me that dictators control power by controlling education. Finances change. You want to control the nation, you deprive it of information. It's a century-old playbook that always travels with hate, and it has never been forgotten. I sniff this thinking, and the odor is rotten. So if slavery was so beneficial, then you take your melanated challenged family out there to the fields and pick cotton. And that same heat that had my people dropping, then then faced with lashes popping across their back for anybody stopping. It was you who invaded my continent and decided to go shopping, purchase yourself a 400-year head start. And when that warranty became null and void because you grossly misused the product and ignored the cautions, that head start did nothing. Your plans for our melanin malfunction. Your children's heroes look like us. The rap songs in a playlist you find disgusting. This is karma, gut punching, bubble guts bumbling, these bumbling ideology crashing like a comet. That 400-year head start may have given it a profit, but you feel with so much buyer's remorse that now you move to delete our content. You suffer from that 90s crack pipe paranoia. And this year, fentanyl fear got you propaganda laced, hustling hate, spewing that same bullshit. Blacks want power to get revenge, and Mexicans want to take our place. Let me get this straight. All in the name of preserving white race, some dumbass came up with burying Black history and closing the border. Well, feel free to hit your closest Mickey D's and simply see your place ain't in danger by some foreigner. Right up front, it's an AI machine right there before you get to the cash register, ready to take your order.
That's okay. Deep and political, as always, but wonderful and very insightful. On the so you're not even doing your play. Good. I'm glad you're not doing your playlist. Okay. Okay.
No way.
When'd you write this one?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. So okay.
It was just one of the few. I was deciding, I was going through to see which one I was going to do, and I had maybe done this maybe one time, and I was like, oh, I like this one.
Yeah,
do this one.
It's dope. I love it. I love it. Very insightful. So we got Subliminal now.
Yeah.
Okay.
See.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Move. We're playing musical chair.
So okay, now I'm not really familiar with the story as to how you guys connected into the spoken word. So I wanted to ask, is it something that you were already into, or just the communion between you and my brother? You kind of, it just kind of was a natural transition for you to just get into the spoken word.
So no, I was never into spoken word. As a matter of fact, I didn't get into it until we started talking.
Okay.
So I can honestly say that I really put my first foot forward into doing this.
Okay.
Was Thanksgiving when we came to visit you.
Oh, wow. I thought you were already, by that time, I thought you were. Okay.
That was about what?
I think it was it had to be 2018, maybe?
I think it was like 17.
2017.
16, yeah, so around there.
Wow. I mean, that's still quite some time now because we're in 2025, but I didn't know you had just started. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
So we'd be talking on the phone. This when I still lived in California. Right? And so we'd be talking on the phone, and it'd get time for me to go to my show, whatever, go do one of my live shows, something like that. And so all she knew is that's what I used to go do, do different gigs and shit around California and shit. And so then sometimes I would do radio shows, kind of like right? And she would come in and just listen and wouldn't do anything, and just listen. And so I'll let her finish talking at the time, but that, you know.
I'm listening.
Okay. So that's basically how we got started. I would listen to his shows and got inspired, and I was like, don't know if it's gonna work for me, because my first love is dancing. I love to two-hand dance and competitions all across the board.
Wow.
And I know this was his first love.
Right.
So I was trying to combine the two, but still not give up what I love.
Yes.
And it ended up going more and more into poetry.
Okay, but you still go dance, right? Y'all still take those trips and go dance? Because I feel like Emmanuel told me, like, oh yeah, we going on a cruise or somewhere, and we gonna be dancing. And
we do it, but we don't do it as much as I would like.
Okay, all right. Hint, hint, Aziz.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
It got something to do with you, huh?
I'll be trying to make her ass go.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Subliminal, can you bless us with a piece today?
Okay.
Thank you.
So what's a king without his queen, and a queen without her king? You see, we all have roles to play. It's time to take our place. For ladies, you are the eggs, and gentlemen, you are the seed. Without each other, no man is conceived. From a woman, we are given life, but yet we allow this world to cause her strife. We disrespect her in ways that can make her cry for days. Remember, that woman you called a bitch, punched, choked, and left? Yeah, that one. Could have been your mother, sister, daughter, and don't forget, even your future wife. Let's take back our crowns, the ones who hold us down. The giver of life, that one to your left and to your right. For she is the source whose light shines bright. Place her on a display for all to be amazed, for she is a queen. You see, the stance we take shows the other race. Stop stepping up in our Black queen's face. Respect is required, and it is a requirement. No, we demand you unhand our Black women, for the kingdom suffers violence, and violence takes it by force. You see, when a man has $1 and loses a dime, he searches his kingdom, leaving no corner untouched, rejoicing that he has found that one dime. Racism to our Black dimes is a hell of a crime. And as a provider, you must take your kingdom a hell of a lot higher, so the world can see there's nothing brighter than our beautiful Black queens. Now, queens, I stated at the beginning, what is a king without his queen? And what is a queen without her king? Meaning we must do the same damn thing. Please don't get it twisted. This world we live in is wicked. Our Black kings are suffering violence by the color of their skin. Our Black kings are gods by nature, strong, kind, and respectable creatures. Never praise for the sacrifices made from discrimination. We must take away the sting while keeping him focused on his dreams. Stacked and stalked by demons, but protected by his queen. Remember that men you call lazy, worthless, and disrespectful, yeah, that's the one you swear hurt you, could be your father, your brother, son, and yes, your future husband. Life and death is in the power of our tongues. So how dare we tell him he can't when he's already won? Success is for your turn inside out. Kings, keep pressing towards the mark of the prize of the high calling. Now, queens, let's fix his crown, for he's the one who's holding us down. Our protector, our romancer, our erotic greed enhancer. Our king's pain, no other race can explain, nor endure the injustice that resides. Yet a spiritual, majestical power shines from his eyes. He's determined, and faith is continuously to rise. So kings and queens, we are nothing without each other. Let's stand side by side with our chests held high, uplifting one another.
Come on, then. Come on, Subliminal. I think that is my favorite one that I have ever heard you say. Oh my God! And you penned that. You wrote. Yeah.
I did that at your house.
Oh my! When?
That was back when we first met.
Was that 17? But remember, you guys came on the show. That was 2020.
Yeah, but I wrote it in 17.
Oh my God, that is absolutely wonderful. I love that, and you was teaching and preaching. You know, I know we doing spoken word, but I saw you on the pulpit. You know, you know how they had a women's church. You know how they having like trying to get these women together. You was getting us together. You got me together. You got me together. I started thinking like, well, I didn't have to say that, and I ain't have to do it like that. Damn, I guess you right. I guess I did. You know, I was being convicted. Thank you so much. I love that. That's a blessing. That was wonderful. Thank you. Give her another hand clap, Tony. Yeah, we don't want to give you guys too much. We got a lot more coming up on Juneteenth, June 19th at the Kookaburra. Did I say it right this time? In Hollywood. Doors open at 8. Show starts at 9. And we going to really get it in. We're going to get it in. I wanted to do this show because we wanted to say farewell to Tony. We love him so much.
We appreciate you so much. Tony. We appreciate you so much.
Love you too.
Appreciate you so much.
We love the studio. You know, the thing I've always loved about this studio, Tony, is that when the celebrities come, they be like, well, all right, okay, that's what I'm supposed to be doing, okay. And then when the you know the independent artists, I'm gonna say, come, they be like, nigga, we made it. You know, like, you know, it's such a beautiful.
I was like, damn, baby, we got to step our game. We need some of the lights. We need more TVs. I was like, man, we just lacking. I was like, we are lacking. Bad.
We need a display behind it.
Yeah.
We slacking all the way around.
I was like, man, the way, man, when we came there, man, it was so welcoming, and it has a coziness to it.
Yeah.
Like when you're there, it has a comfort and coziness. It's like you're at a studio, but you're not, right? And you know, we was chilling. As a matter of fact, I was watching the video clip that we made when it was there. So yeah. It's gonna be missed. It's gonna be missed.
Yeah.
Tony makes you feel like you at home when you first walk in. Like, hey, you need this, you want that. You need something to drink. You need this.
Always welcome. Always welcome.
And I'm gonna miss my UB and Go Studios. I always brag like, it's right across the street from Warner Brothers, you know. Right. So Tony, tell us a little bit about your journey. I know you started like 14, 15 years ago. Can you give us a little bit about your journey and what you're going to do now?
Well, actually, it's been 16 going on 17 years.
Wow.
Yes. So it's been a while. People call me a pioneer in the podcast world just because it wasn't even podcasting when I started. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've been doing it so long, and I knew there was going to be an expiration date eventually. I'm not closing. I'm just moving and reevaluating my life. As in, I've worked many hours a day, many hours a week, and I want to start. We just bought a home, and I want to enjoy it more, and I want to spend time with my spouse and work, but and work hard, but not 14, 15-hour days. Mm-hmm. And so, but I want to start focusing on certain types of shows, and also I have a Club Paranormal, that's my brand of Club Paranormal Network, building events around that. Also have a nonprofit called Earthly Beings Foundation, where it's all about ancient cultures and ancient traditions, ancient religions, and I'm trying to build events around that to bringing these ancient cultures back to the modern world, because I think sometimes they had it right. Versus to what we're living these days. So, so instead of erasing our past, I think we should celebrate it.
That's right. And you've done. He's also being modest, but Tony, that's who he is. He's very modest. He's had so many stars and celebrities and people before they even became who they are. One of our favorite scientists now, one of our favorite black scientists now, Billy Carson, he knew him before he was even who he is. And can you tell us a little bit about that relationship?
Yeah, actually, when Billy came into the scene, he was one of the first black people of color in my genre.
Okay.
There was not a lot of anybody but older white men. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
And so but I was one of his first interviews.
Okay.
And so had an opportunity to see him grow and now become, this staple in my community. And yeah, I've interviewed lots of legends, and Shonda Rhimes I had one of her first podcasts was on my network.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Shonda Rhimes?
When we were at Sunset, I was at Sunset Gower Studios for 8 years.
Yeah, I remember you.
And so she had one of her first podcasts on my network.
Was this before Grey's Anatomy?
My network. I recorded it for them. So one of her actors, I can't remember the names.
Okay.
But yeah, so there was a lot of people that have came through the doors that I've seen grow and become very
successful.
Successful. Actors that were kids, barely, making ends meet, and now are full-time actors that are A-listers, and so it's been fun. And like I said, I'm not quitting. I'm just reevaluating and revamping my life. So
it's beautiful.
It's time.
Yeah, give yourself a hand
wish you the
clap,
best.
Oh, I'll take a hand clap. There you go. A one-handed clap. But thank you. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you all.
Yeah,
so.
definitely deserve another.
But I'm like I said, the door's always open. You can always come out and see me in Redlands.
Yes, he's going close to Palm Springs, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna be out there. So
I won't make it out there. Every once a week. And then try to tell my guests to come out there. So
I'll be like, what?
So I'm on a mission to get another studio. I don't know if I'm gonna go into if I'm going to lease space again like with you, or if I'm going to just try to open my own. And I've been wanting to open my own multimedia studio.
There you go.
So we'll see. Maybe I can grab some partners, and maybe that's what's next. God never closes one door without opening something else for you. So
That's right.
it's not farewell at all. It's just hiatus for now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So next on the list was for me to sing a song, but you guys, this cold is over here killing me. I was going to sing the theme song, No Regrets, instead of playing it. But I actually have rehearsal in about an hour, and my voice is, my y'all can hear me. Only thing I can probably do is a summertime in that note. And the living is easy. Fish are jumping. And cotton is high. That's about it. That's what y'all gonna get today.
That was good.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Did we have any chatters or callers? Anybody saying anything?
No callers. There's some people just saying on YouTube, good to see you. And
wishing us a do. Bidding us a do?
Yeah, right. I do.
Mm-hmm. So you're out of here next week. So that means
next week is my last week. So.
The 13th. So we wouldn't be able to, because the show would be, my next show would have been on the
12th. I mean, I'm still here on the 12th.
Oh, on the 12th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Might be able to do a show on the 12th.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. All right.
If you can pull it together, I'm going to be here for one more time.
Okay. We might pull another promo. Might do another promo show for the event on Juneteenth. Since there's no chatters and no callers, we're going to wrap it up. At the risk of sounding redundant, what you guys got next coming up, Aziz and Subliminal?
2 weeks from today, we hopping on a plane. Well, 2 weeks from yesterday, actually, we hopping on a plane.
Okay.
And but other than that, we are doing the Honey Drippers. They are coming here. It's a Honey Drippers show. It's a poetry network.
Okay.
They're going to be here from July 10th to the 14th. They're going to do their annual thing here in Houston. So
okay,
we do have that coming up.
Okay.
That's right. So once we get back, we got to start getting ready for that.
Okay. Okay.
So.
And what about your network? You thinking about starting something else? You thinking about going podcasts?
Yeah, I am. I'm keeping my network. It's just that the platform that we were on, they closed.
Okay.
Block Talk.
Block Talk. Block Talk, they closed down.
Okay.
Last year.
So you think you want to go podcast now?
Yeah, I'm thinking podcasts. Yeah, that is what I'm thinking.
That's dope because there isn't a podcast that's dedicated to spoken word, and/or poetry.
Word,
yeah. I mean, we've done the relationship
I
thing
was
to
thinking
death.
that or
We've
YouTube.
Huh?
That or YouTube.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
Yeah.
That'll be dope. You start off with 1 day a week and then see how it goes.
See how it goes. Let it pick up, and there's a lot of people out there looking for a home, especially since Block Talk goes down. So.
Okay. And one other question: when you gonna take her dancing?
So let me explain this. So the one thing I always said, so I know how near and dear poetry is to me, right? And I've always told her, don't ever. I'm not even in her dance community. I don't know nobody in it. Nothing. Like I know a couple of her close friends, but I don't. I'm
Right.
like, don't sacrifice your fun with your dancing
Yeah.
or poetry. She just gravitated to it. I didn't pull her into it. She gravitated.
You still didn't answer the question. Where you gonna take her dancing?
That's not the question.
Where you gonna take her dancing?
You can go dance anytime we want. Matter of fact, we're gonna go see what this do Saturday. We're gonna be in there cutting up.
What about like one of her things? One of the Subliminal. Let me ask you this, and that way we can get probably a better straight answer from him. When do you know of anything coming up? You know how the different cruises, the different dance things.
Saturday, but we're gonna be somewhere else.
Okay, so then the next one would be when?
Probably the next Saturday.
Okay.
Or Saturday after that, which will be in LA.
Y'all be in LA.
Really?
You know what you could do though? You could look up something because we're gonna be, the show is Thursday, so we may need something to do on Saturday. So you should look up something to see if they got something out here that you know, and then we could all go. That'd be dope.
Okay.
Yeah. See how that works?
Sounds like a plan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, leave it up to little sis. She gonna get the job done.
You get it out there.
It has been a pleasure. I'm so glad you guys came on to do this show with me. I'll be glad to see you guys next week or the week after next. Yeah. And let's keep it funky.
Yes. Man, if y'all, I got a nice treat prepared for y'all. So if y'all don't want to miss a good show, definitely make sure that y'all have y'all ass in Hollywood at the Kookaburra Lounge.
And I would be remiss not to mention that Hope Flood, the extraordinaire, I call her the Renaissance woman, the comedian. She will be hosting the show, serving us up some laughs and keeping it sexy for us. Because I already told her, I said, it's going to be a real sexy night. Knowing my brother and his wife, I'm telling you, it's about to be a real sexy night. And I needed somebody that could, embody that thing that y'all gonna be doing and still keep us smiling and making us laugh. So she was like, I'm glad you thought of me. I said, well, how could I not? So Hope Flood, the comedian extraordinaire, the Renaissance women, she will be hosting you guys. So come on out. There's so much phenomenal talent that's going to be in the building, including your girl Amira, the songstress. Y'all know I'm not going to leave the party without singing a few songs, hitting a few, hitting some Aretha Franklin and, doing the damn thing. We all got the blues in us. We got the blues. Down home blues. Down home blues. We got all that. Down home blues all night long. Yeah. Every other record or two. So we gonna do that thing. Oh my God.
Really?
What?
It's gonna make me start hitting my chest.
And Jacora, thank you so much for coming on here, flying this plane with me, putting up with all my shenanigans. She's like, I know I ain't letting her pull me on the show. Yes, I am. And if you stayed around long enough, you would be on that stage too. I'm just saying. Okay. So she's being shy. She also writes and records and everything. So it's a hobby right now, right?
Hobby, if you can call it that.
Oh man, it's. Yeah, the first time I heard your music was in 2023. We were playing it in the car with your hominy and your father. Oh, it was so pretty. It was so pretty. Yeah, so, I got to get you in the studio. We got to do something together. Yeah. What do you mean,
I don't know. It's just not a big thing for me.
It don't have to be big. It could just be good. You know,
Them be the ones.
Them be the ones.
that be the
the
ones.
ones.
That be the ones. Thank you for, helping me out today. I appreciate it. You look so pretty. All right, you guys, this has been another episode of 2020 Vision. It's not over. It's just, transitioning. We're going upwards and onwards. I love you guys. I love the journey. I love the studio. I love Tony. I love the fact that we've been able to come here and express ourselves, and all the talent that have came through here, all of the stars that have came through here, all of the people that have came through here has blessed us, bringing their beautiful energy and their wonderful talent. Just about everybody that's going to be on the show on Juneteenth, they've been here in the studio with us, sharing their talent with us, and now you get to see them do their thing on stage at their best. We're going to have them at their best. The message is what it always is and what it always will be: love, life, and light. You can find me anywhere at Amira the Songstress, anywhere you want to listen, like iTunes, Spotify, or anywhere you would like to look, like Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. And you guys, last but definitely not least, stay focused. Like 2020 Vision.
No regrets, no regrets, no regrets.
Let me fix my crown, baby. Like dominoes, yeah, it's going down. My feet off the ground, elevated. You feel my soul when you hear my sound. And I don't know why you're like a red light that don't ever change. And you should know why I'm merging to the other lane. I'm getting close, I'm up next, no regrets. Making hits is a reflex. I'm getting close, don't take a second to second guess. Riding high so you know I'm blessed. Oh yeah, I'm getting close, I'm up next, no regrets. Making hits is a reflex. I'm getting close, don't take a second to second guess. Riding high so you know I'm blessed.
No regrets, no regrets, no regrets.
Ooh, I'm so tapped in, baby. Yeah, I'm turned on and tuned into that frequency. Bring love and light and healing in my energy. Hear a major difference in these minor melodies. And I don't know why you're familiar faces in strange places. They don't ever change. You should know why I'm merging to the other lane. I'm getting close, I'm up next, no regrets. Making hits is a reflex. Oh yeah, I'm getting close, don't take a second to second guess. Riding high so you know I'm blessed. Oh yeah, I'm getting close, I'm up next, no regrets. Making hits is a reflex. I'm getting close, don't take a second to second guess. Riding high so you know I'm blessed. I came with the keys to the industry. I came with the keys to the industry. I came with the keys to the industry.
Oh yeah,
I'm built for this. Came with the keys to the industry. I came with the keys to the industry. I came with the keys to the industry.